Jangan lupa like, share, komen, dan subscribe Anda sangat berarti bagi kami untuk menambah semangat membuat konten yang lebih bermanfaat. Saat ini ada laporan secara luas tentang kelalaian kriminal Cina. Bagaimana Cina melepaskan pandemi dengan mencoba menyembunyikan virus ini. Kemarahan terhadap Partai Komunis Cina semakin meningkat. Semakin banyak yang menggugat Cina dan meminta pertanggungjawaban atas pandemi ini. Bagaimana Cina secara hukum bisa dianggap bersalah atas virus Wuhan ini. Merebaknya gugatan hukum terhadap Cina. Italia adalah sebuah negara yang merupakan negara yang paling parah terkena imbasnya dari virus Wuhan ini. Seandainya kita meminta pembayaran ganti rugi, dan ini telah dibicarakan dengan para ahli hukum internasional di Amerika. Kami memberitahu Anda bahwa tuntutan hukum telah dimulai berawal dari gugatan di Florida. Mungkin ini awal dari banyak tantangan hukum yang akan dihadapi Cina dalam beberapa minggu mendatang. Li Yuan telah membuat salinan gugatannya dari Florida yang menyalahkan Cina karena gagal menyembunyikan laporan penyakit itu. Ia mengatakan bahwa Cina bertindak secara lambat. Gugatan itu menyalahkan Cina karena menutupi wabah yang terjadi di Wuhan. Bagaimana dengan kasus pertama? Muncul pada akhir tahun 2019. Mengapa Cina menyembunyikan dan tidak melaporkan wabah ini hingga Januari? Bagaimana dengan sampel uji yang dihancurkan? Bagaimana dengan dokter yang memberitahu penyakit ini? Gugatan di Florida menyentuh dari poin-poin ini. Mereka menuntut untuk Cina ganti rugi, tetapi bisakah hukum meminta Cina untuk pertanggungjawaban di pengadilan internasional? Gugatan ini sangat menyoroti kelalaian kriminal Cina. Seorang politisi Swedia juga menyerukan penyelidikan yang menutupi rezim ini. Charlie Mers adalah anggota parlemen Eropa. Ia mengatakan penyelidikan internasional diperlukan untuk menilai ruang lingkup reparasi virus Wuhan. Katanya, WHO harus diselidiki karena mempromosikan informasi yang salah dan membantu komunis Cina menutupi pandemi ini di Amerika Serikat. Sebuah laporan intelijen rahasia Amerika Serikat menyimpulkan bahwa sebenarnya Cina telah menyembunyikan wabah virus Wuhan di negaranya. Bloomberg News melaporkan Partai Komunis Cina dengan sengaja mengecilkan jumlah kasus kematian akibat virus Wuhan ini. Pelapor awal virus Wuhan di China mempengaruhi respon secara global. Akibatnya, banyak negara memperkirakan wabah ini tidak mencekam daripada yang sebenarnya. Lalu langkah apa yang perlu dilakukan sekarang untuk meminta pertanggungjawaban Cina atas pandemi ini?
One of the ways that we can hold them to account is really requiring them to conduct a full investigation where our CDC investigators are actually allowed into the lab, allowed there in Wuhan, the P4 lab, allowed to interview their researchers, allowed to go to the wet market that this virus was, according to them, supposed to have come from. But more importantly, we can actually respond by beginning to decouple from the Chinese Communist Party. It's clear it's not just a danger to our economy as we've lost so many thousands of factories, but it's also a danger to our health and welfare of our citizens. There is no way that we'd have a global pandemic today if the Chinese Communist Party wasn't a totalitarian regime bent on protecting its own image at all costs.
Dan tentu saja, seperti yang Anda katakan, itu bukan hanya kematian dari virus Wuhan, tetapi kehilangan mata pencarian ekonomi bangsa, dan Anda memiliki gelar doktor dalam bidang ekonomi. Jadi beritahu kami siapa yang lebih terluka secara ekonomi dari pandemi virus Wuhan ini, selain negara Amerika Serikat.
Well, I think across the world, all countries will be hurt from the pandemic eventually. And I think the Chinese Communist Party's really experienced it first, so they're the first to get their factories back up and operating. In fact, they're using this as justification for a global push to increase their control over the global supply chain. So while everybody else is dealing with the virus, they're busy at work trying to convince everybody that we need to move more of our manufacturing over there. They also went to the Indians recently and said, hey, let us put up a 5G network so we have access to your population because we use it to track, the spread of fevers within China. So it's a good idea if we install this for you. This is what's going on right now. So if you think about it, this was written about in the book Unrestricted Warfare by two PLA colonels. How you take advantage of a crisis by actually advancing your economic and overall power by taking advantage of the countries that are facing the crisis. This is what's going on now.
Orang bertanya-tanya tentang asal-usul virus ini, dan Senator Tom Cotton berspekulasi itu mungkin kebocoran dari laboratorium tingkat 4 di Wuhan. Kami telah melihat dua penjelasan dari Cina. Satu, bahwa itu berasal dari penyakit kelelawar di pasar binatang. Yang kedua, bahwa militer Amerika Serikat bertanggung jawab untuk melepaskan itu di Cina sebagai senjata biologi. Apa pendapat Anda tentang itu?
Well, I have a personal opinion on the origin of the virus, but I don't have any facts. And here's the challenge that we face. Nobody's going to have facts. Everybody that speculates that the virus came from the wet market is doing that based on conjecture. They don't actually have the evidence. Anybody that speculates it's coming from a lab, they're also doing that based on conjecture because they don't have the evidence. My guess is we'll never have the evidence because that's the nature of a totalitarian regime. There's a lot of things that we learned about the Soviet Union after the fall of the Berlin Wall and the crumbling of the former Soviet states. But we're not going to find out what actually happened with this virus until the Chinese Communist Party is no more. And who knows when that'll happen. So in the meantime, we need to protect ourselves because we can't trust. We know for a fact that they're doing biowarfare research. That is probably dangerous when we have such connectivity, particularly with airlines coming back and forth every single day with Chinese passengers. And we found out during the pandemic, if only 3 weeks earlier we had been warned, we'd have 95% less infections right now. This is a challenge of being connected to them.
Oke, dan sekarang tantangan lain yang dilaporkan FBI DOJ. Sepertinya ahli biologi Cina secara diam-diam membawa semua jenis agen biologis ke Amerika Serikat. Sebagian besar memiliki tujuan penelitian yang sah. Sekarang Anda menjabat sebagai Direktur Senior Perencanaan Strategis di Dewan Keamanan Nasional. Sehingga seberapa besar penilaian Anda tentang resiko keamanan bagi rakyat Amerika Serikat?
Well, they're shipping all kinds of illicit things in the United States. I mean, we already know that they ship in, things that poison our pets or exploding toys. We also know they ship in fentanyl. Now we're finding out they're moving biological viruses across the border, not just from China to here, but from here to China. So these are all challenges of dealing with this regime that really doesn't believe in rules. In fact, Unrestricted Warfare, the book I was talking about, when you translate it another way, it's called War Without Rules. It's really about how the Chinese Communist Party does not feel it has to obey any of the rules of the international order or even of the United States because it feels it's entitled to create its own set of rules based on the order it wants. That's what's going on.
WHO dihantui oleh tweet lama yang mengatakan Cina tidak menemukan penularan virus corona antar manusia. Bagaimana bisa sebuah organisasi kesehatan dunia mengatakan seperti itu? Seharusnya sebagai organisasi dunia, mereka harus mengidentifikasi secara pasti. Sehingga tweet ini menimbulkan berbagai pertanyaan mengenai WHO. Kita ambil contoh dari donasi antara Amerika terhadap WHO dengan Cina terhadap WHO. Dari data ini, penyumbang terbesar selama ini adalah Amerika.
The WHO, that's the World Health Organization, receives vast amounts of money from the United States, and we pay for a majority, a biggest portion of their money. And they actually criticized and disagreed with my travel ban at the time I did it. And they were wrong. They've been wrong about a lot of things. And they had a lot of information early, and they didn't want to. They seem to be very China-centric. They seem to be very China-centric. They seem to be very China-centric.
Namun mengapa WHO membela Cina? Apakah Cina memberikan uang atau membeli atau menyuap WHO sehingga secara terang-terangan membela seseorang yang dianggap lebih benar meskipun belum melihat secara pasti faktanya?
Right now. Yet China is still lying about all of this. They've been lying about it from the very beginning, and you don't need their history of lying about SARS in 2003, though it is relevant here. You just have to see what's happened over the last 2 months. We now know that the first case manifested no later than December 1, even though China didn't reveal it to the WHO until a month later on December 31st, when they continued to hide it from their own citizens. And they continued to say that it had been contained inside Wuhan.
Terima kasih sudah menonton. Like, share, komen, dan subscribe Anda sangat berarti bagi kami untuk menambah semangat membuat konten yang lebih bermanfaat.